Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom, the nation's largest discount appliance dealer. Visit our website for deals and store locations near you.
Hello, America. This is Keith, your friendly neighborhood technician, coming at you with some more wonderful information. Today, we're going to go over, I bought me a brand new dryer. I get to hook it up. Yay! 3-prong and 4-prong, okay? You need to figure that out before you do anything else, before you figure out your plug. Look at your plug. Does it have 3 holes or does it have 4 holes? Okay, so we're going to go over the 4-hole or the 4-prong right now, okay? So you have a brand new dryer. It looks like this. We have to get to where our dryer goes. Now, all manufacturers have this sheet right here. This will tell you how to do a 3-prong versus a 4-prong plug. But I'm going to show you to make sure it's easier. Now, first of all, this is a GE, so it's kind of fun. GEs are actually a little bit different, but they're good. So I have a 1/4 inch, I have a Phillips, and I have a flathead. Okay, you don't necessarily need all of these, but I have them just in case, because I'll explain that when I get there. First of all, we need to take this off. There is a Phillips head there, so you can get it in there, okay? Now, if you don't have a Phillips, some of these actually come with a 1/4 inch, which is this one, which means you put it on there and you can take it off, okay? You take it off and you get rid of it, okay? Now, okay, don't lose these because you really want that covered up. Now, what you see here is I have only 3 spots and I have my copper there. But what I have is my 4-prong, which is right here, okay? This is my 4-prong. Now, this gets to be kind of fun, okay, because you really don't want to cut into this. You really don't want to mess with it, because I need to get this all the way over here because this is my grounding spot, okay? I'll show you what I mean. So first of all, I need to take these off. These are interchangeable. You don't have to have, this one has to go there. You don't have to have any of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to take it off, okay? And just make sure you don't lose those, because these are specific thread screws. You can't just go to your back end of your house and find a screw that's going to fit that, because you'll cross thread it, not get in there correctly, and it gets kind of really goofy at that point. This is what I mean by having a Phillips or a flathead. My Phillips doesn't work on that one. So if you look at the GE, there is a spot there for a flathead, okay? And what happens is a lot of times people come in and they'll use a drill and they're not paying attention and they'll wallow it out a little bit. So I'm gonna take my little flathead in here and it'll come out, okay? And get it out. And take it, come on. There we go, it's out, okay? Now they're out. Now, this is my 4-prong. Since I have a 4-prong plug, I need to remove this, because this grounds the case to the unit. Since I have a separate ground, which is this one, I need to connect this to there. So we're going to take that off. Now, I wouldn't throw it away. I would hold on to it. You know, there's a couple things you can do, but I would hold on to it, because you never know. You may take it to your next house and your next house only has a 3-prong, but that's neither here nor there. So what you want to do, you see you got a hole here, okay? Put that through. Now, always, 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 I hook up the ground first. It's just me being silly, me being goofy, okay? So I'm going to take my ground screw, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to attach it, okay? Now, if you look on here, holy snikey, we got a ground right there. Don't want to use that one because it's just a pain in the butt. So I'm going to take this here to the ground and we're going to put it in. Okay? This is where my 1/4 inch comes in. That's also a flathead. So you can use either one. This is where me being me and you being you may differ. I don't tighten any screw down until I get all of my screws together and get them on. Because what happens is, if I were to cinch this down, I lose a lot of flexibility on getting my other things lined up. But this is me, I've done this for years, so I know to go back and check everything once. If you're not confident of that, tighten it down so you don't have to worry about it again. Okay, so now I'm going to hook these up. Okay, now if I look at this, okay, what I have is red, yellow, and black. Obviously red to red, black to black, And our white is gonna go with our yellow. I don't know why they use yellow. Most places use white, but for some reason this GE has a white or a yellow. But it's gonna be the red to red, the black to black. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to line it up as best I can. It gets a little tricky, okay? I'm gonna take it. Like I said, I'm not gonna finish it. I'm just gonna start it, okay? Now I got that one out of the way. Okay, now I'm gonna put my white in. Okay, this is where I said about it can be a little tricky. How you do it doesn't really matter as long as you do it. Okay, line it up, get it started. Okay, and then come back. Okay, and get it going. Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna get it all the way tight. Now this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. And if I remember right, this is the one that has the messed up threads or messed up head. Okay, boom. See, now it'll go like this when it's not, you want tension on it, but I'll eventually, when I get tightened, it's actually going to start to flop out and it's not going to be as tight as it should be. So I'm going to save that one for last, and I'm going to go back and put these ones on. Now I'm going to tighten them all down. Okay, and you don't want to kill it. I would highly recommend not using a drill, because there's a good chance you can spin it out or you can cross thread it. If you can cross thread a screw with your hands, you're amazing. Most of us aren't strong enough to be able to cross thread a screw with just our wrenches. Okay, so this one's tight. It's basically taking hand tight. Okay, and then boom, you're good. Go to the next one, and like I said, you can overpower it, and then you got problems later. And this one being that one. Okay, take it and tighten her down. So now we're all there. Now we're all together. Okay. Your next step is putting your cover back on. You always want to put your cover back on. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on. Okay. And I'm going to screw it down. And voila, you've just installed a 4-prong plug on your brand new dryer. And then that you'll plug into the wall and then hit start, and you should be good to go. Don't forget to subscribe and like this YouTube channel. Come back for some more wonderful information later. Have a wonderful day.